Meteorologist Dan Reynolds, only on WTWO.
Friday night's deadly tornado that you see here in this video from Crawford County, Illinois, leaves behind a trail of serious damage in the valley.
This will be a memory that is seared into our minds forever.
And Indiana's governor visits Sullivan to assess the damage left behind.
It's phenomenal the amount of people that have called me and had reached out.
Plus, following the destruction, we are hearing the stories of survival out of Crawford County. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Tank.
And I'm Dana Winklepleck. Tonight, the communities of Sullivan, Indiana and Robinson, Illinois, devastated by tornado damage after Friday night's storms.
The deadly tornado captured on this video footage submitted by viewer Elizabeth Skaggs in Crawford County, Illinois. The tornado hit the community of Robinson before continuing across the Wabash River and into Indiana, where it then hit Sullivan County. The tornado caused destruction to the south side of the city of Sullivan. And today, the mayor of Sullivan is describing the aftermath as being like a war zone. At least 3 people in Sullivan County were killed and at least more than a dozen others injured. The governor was on the ground in Sullivan just a few hours ago to assess the damage left behind.
Meanwhile, in the Robinson area in Crawford County, Illinois, 3 people have died and at least 8 others injured. In that community, some homes, the Crawford County Airport, and Lincoln Trail College's Chris Center all destroyed. Well, we do have team coverage tonight. Our crews have been in Sullivan and in the Robinson area all day long. So we begin with Jen Thompson, who is live in Sullivan County. Jen.
I'm in a neighborhood, Dana, that I frequent often, taking my daughter to dance class, my boys to their soccer and football games, in a neighborhood in the city of Sullivan that is unrecognizable.
200 families are displaced from their homes after last night's devastating tornado that created mass destruction through the city of Sullivan. Of those 200 households, 155 of those homes are located within the city of Sullivan, a city of around 4,000. Brandon Dow, a homeowner on South Court Street, recalls the storm.
And all of a sudden, the wind just picked up real bad. And then all of a sudden, I heard the tornado siren go off, and then all of a sudden, debris just started flying. The front window blew out, and I just dropped to the floor and crawled under my bed. And then that's when the tornado hit.
I was able to walk the neighborhoods a while ago, and it's devastating, right? I mean, it just absolutely breaks your heart.
Mayor Lamb says this is an ongoing search and rescue event. Professionally trained urban search and rescue out of Evansville has led searches in several areas where they are needed. Lamb confirmed that residents were still being pulled from the rubble as of this morning.
We are preparing for a long-term recovery, and we expect the state agencies not just to help us today, but continue to partner with us.
Sullivan County Community Hospital confirms that they have treated 16 patients for injuries due to the tornado. State Representative Bruce Borders toured the destruction.
For those that were impacted by the direct hit of the tornado, it's going to be a long-term recovery for them, and they're going to need a lot of help and a lot of love in the meantime.
A curfew will be in place beginning at 7 p.m. for the affected area until 7 a.m. Sunday.
If you have yet to be in touch with a loved one or need assistance, assistance with housing, Sullivan residents are encouraged to stop by City Hall. Mike and Dana.
All right, thanks so much, Jen. Of course, Jen, her home, one of those without power tonight. Well, Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb and several other state officials just toured Sullivan a few hours ago.
David Shepard was there as the governor looked at the damage. He joins us now in the newsroom with the latest. David.
Well, good evening. Governor Holcomb was briefed by local officials this afternoon on the storm's damage. He offered his condolences to the families of those killed during last night's storms, and he vowed the state's support for as long as it takes. Governor Eric Holcomb on the ground Saturday afternoon in Sullivan, getting a first-hand look at the devastation left in the wake of Friday night's devastating tornado.
This is a all-hands-on-deck effort, and will continue to be.
During a news conference Saturday afternoon with local leaders, the governor said he has been in contact with FEMA and promised victims will have all of the assistance they need to rebuild. and recover.
This will be a memory that is seared into our minds forever, especially those people who were directly affected. But this is going to last for a long time, and equally so the rebuild.
Meteorologist Ted Funk is with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. He says they have a preliminary idea of how strong the Sullivan tornado actually was.
At the moment, there is a lot of EF2 damage. EF2 is winds from 111 to 135 miles per hour. However, there's also locations, there's also particular areas where it looks like it's EF3 damage. EF3 damage is from 136 to 165.
Funk says they'll have their final numbers once they're able to analyze the data that they collected Saturday on the ground in Sullivan. As for the governor, he says the city will recover.
Damage, destruction, disaster, but again, we will rebuild. And there's immediate 24-hour needs, and there'll be next week needs, and there'll be for the foreseeable future as we rebuild this community.
And the governor says we will have the support of the state and federal partners for as long as it takes. Dana, Mike.
All right, thank you, David. Well, now we're going to head over to Illinois, where the city of Robinson was hit hard by last night's storm.
Yeah, as we have said, 3 people died, several more injured. Will Price joins us to detail the response from both local and state officials. Will.
Earlier today, Crawford County, alongside Illinois state officials, issued an emergency declaration to help get resources to the area. The tornado tore through town, leveling everything in its path, leaving many residents without power or water. And one thing was made clear Saturday. This is the first step in a long road to recovery for the area. The city of Robinson is reeling following Friday's destructive storms. Cars totaled, power lines knocked down, and houses completely destroyed. Crawford County Sheriff Bill Rutan says dozens of families are now left without a home.
We're looking at anywhere from 60 to 100 families that are displaced at this time. We have households that are just totally destroyed. We've had emergency crews digging people out of their basements.
Rutan was joined by others during the press conference who spoke on what's next for the community. State Representative Adam Niemerg says within hours of the storm, they worked alongside Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker's office to issue an emergency declaration. And for much of Saturday, the town was left picking up the pieces. Crawford County Board President Bill Burke says their airport is now inoperable due to damage. Crews from the National Weather Service and the state of Illinois were on the scene. And while the community quickly received an outpour of support from those nearby, Burke says for now, they need time to ensure safety.
If you're in the area, if you're hearing this, please, please, please avoid the areas. They're recharging power lines. We do not need anybody hurt. We do not need anybody electrocuted.
Niemerg says they are working to give help as soon as possible, but exactly what that will look like is being determined.
We're still in the process of working out what the next steps will be this afternoon on the release of those resources and what that exactly looks like with the widespread devastation that has occurred throughout the entire state. So folks, I would just ask for your patience on that particular issue.
Again, officials made it clear that unlicensed personnel should stay clear of damaged neighborhoods as it still may not be safe. There also will be a county-wide curfew going from 7 p.m. tonight to 7 a.m., and that will stay in place until it's safe to travel around the county. Now, they also say that updates for when volunteers can become involved will be posted on the county's Emergency Management Agency's Facebook page. And with that, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Will. And through all of the devastating destruction that we've shown you, and there has been a lot of it, Mike, there are also tales of survival.
Shelby Riley joins us now to share some of those stories with us from Crawford County. Shelby.
Mike, Dana, we can only begin to imagine the horror that many community members experienced. Following an absolute nightmare comes a tale of resilience and bravery for one woman who was pulled from the rubble and a man who watched his family be saved right across the street. The destruction came to Crawford County, Illinois, completely destroying the home of Jo Ellen Russell, who's lived in Robinson for the past 7 years.
It was close, and I knew it was close, and I called the boys downstairs before it was real close. I said, you guys need to stay downstairs with me, and then it just excelled very quickly after that.
Russell was pulled from underneath the pieces of what used to be her home with the help of first responders.
And then I heard a loud roar, and I'm like, basement, guys. And like I said, I have the broken hip. I don't even know how I got down the stairs and didn't get hurt.
Not too far away was Paul Stouse. He says he went down to his basement at 9:06 p.m. on Friday night. By the time he came back up at 9:26, just 20 minutes later, his house was destroyed.
I went to the basement. I sat down on the steps. I heard something go thump. About 3 or 5 minutes later, I heard crashing and crumbling. I smelled pine, roofing, and insulation, and I told somebody that my house was gone.
His first instinct after leaving his basement was to make sure his family was safe across the street.
She and her 2 sons were in the basement. Fire department was trying to find them. They didn't know how to find the basement.
Stouse was able to help first responders find the basement, leading to their safety and survival.
Being across the street, I said, I think it's back here. And they heard them knocking and brought them out. It's phenomenal the amount of people that have called me and reached out. Yeah, amazing outpour of support.
Now, both Stouse and Russell thanked first responders and praised how quick they were able to get people to safety. For all the ways you can help and to follow recovery efforts, just keep track over on our website, mywabashvalley.com. Dana, Mike.
Really brings it home, those personal accounts.
Oh, yeah, that touched you, man.
Yeah. All right, the tornado and severe storms also left thousands without power. Wind Energy says most of its outages are in the Sullivan District, with over 2,200 customers still without power. Meanwhile, Duke Energy is also reporting about 250 outages on its map in the Sullivan area, with a number of other outages throughout the valley. And in Crawford County, Illinois, Ameren is reporting over 1,200 on its outage map. Well, today, the National Weather Service in Indianapolis called this the worst storm for Indiana since 2012.
Yeah, we now go over to Dan Reynolds for what made this situation so powerful.
Yeah, it was a perfect setup Friday night. Warm, moist air mass, cold front coming in, strong low pressure, so it broke loose. It was a fast mover, though, and there was some concern this afternoon with those winds as you look at it. That's just left over from that low pressure system, those wind gusts over 50. It's moving out. The good news, Dorset Automotive Doppler radar, we're calm for now and will be until Tuesday. We got another system coming in. You can see how widespread this storm system was. Those are tornado reports, hail reports, wind and rain reports. Now we'll zoom in and take a closer look there. Now you don't see a tornado emblem for Sullivan. The tornado touched down at Robinson, then moved northeast across the Wabash River into Sullivan. And so that was the track on that. Ted Funk, the meteorologist in charge of Indy, thinks once it made Indiana, about an 8 to 10 mile trek. It was about 1/5 of a mile to 1/4 of a mile wide. And the speed not yet available. They'll have more information, I think, later this evening. They may have to do another survey on this. But the winds could have hit up to 155 miles an hour. And that's EF3 damage there. Now, once it moved east of Indianapolis, or Sullivan, I should say, it began to dissipate. It did some damage in rural farm fields and trees and lifted up after exiting Sullivan, but not before it did all that damage and the deadly damage in Robinson and Sullivan. Now, again, things have calmed down. You'll be okay tonight, Sunday, Monday. However, Tuesday, Mike and Dana, we're talking about another possibility of a repeat of severe weather. Not saying tornadoes at this time. It's early. But we're in the bullseye once again for a repeat of strong to severe thunderstorm and perhaps tornadic development next Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Dan. I know you will keep us updated on that.
Yeah.
Well, police are investigating the death of an 18-year-old in Vincennes. What authorities are saying so far about this investigation.